Alright guys, welcome on into the video. My name is Crispy.
And I'm Jezbot.
And we are the F&D Gamers, so the F&D Gamers stands for the father
and daughter gamers.
Alright, so this is episode 7 of the Phoenix Wright series, the continuing adventures of Old Bag and her misadventures in security guardism. I don't know. I got nothing.
She's just old.
She's just terrible. Let's just be real. She's just one of the worst characters ever. So, alright, we won't waste any more time. We'll get into the gameplay right now. Boom.
Boom.
Let's do this!
You might want to turn it down, depending.
Oh, it should be fine.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm talking about... Oh, we're in court. Oh no.
The court is in session!
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
Oh no. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact.
I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Hey, Gumshoe, welcome back. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case for the court.
Yes, sir. I explain with the guide map here, see? To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area.
Yes, correct.
The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio, see? This is the old bag. This is the security lady that works at the studios. Was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios, see? And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer. The defendant, Wolverine, Will Powers. And a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon, see? Then after lunch, the victim, marked with a V, Jack Hammer, went to the Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the old bag security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. Production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal, see? Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief, see? Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again?
No, we're good.
I think I could probably remember that.
2:30 was the time. He left at 1. Or left before 1.
So the murder weapon was a spear. How? Medieval.
Thank you. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? What did old
Understood.
see? Let's call the security officer to the stand. Oh, it's me. Will the witness declare her name?
Old bag.
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Oh my god.
Your name, please.
Wow. Seems Edward has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names.
Wendy Old Bag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. Oh. I can't. Objection, I object to the witness's talkativeness.
Objection sustained. Your witness is ridiculous. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony.
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, see, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you, correct?
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
Yes.
Caesar is one hell of an old bag. Bro.
Yes, I am old. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then till 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was headed towards the studio.
Saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Alright. I think that's okay. She did.
How does she know that they were there?
Yeah, let's say.
A run-through?
They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon.
So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero.
There was a run-through in the morning. Why did you only get there afternoon? Edgeworth, my
Edgeworth
boy!
is helping us.
Oh, she had errands to run that morning. What were they? Excuse me?
What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know. No, I
Answer
don't.
the question.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too.
You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty.
Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. 2:30. Certain man walked right by me.
Press.
It was... Oh. I'll go back. I'll press this. You said press, so I'm doing it.
2 o'clock, you're sure?
Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Really, you should try not to get excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers. Let's press.
Press.
Press first.
So you saw Mr. Powers.
That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, sonny?
Nick, this is your chance.
This is your chance.
Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him.
Objection! Present.
Yes. Powers photo. Present you.
Let me get this straight, old bag. Ms. Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Yes, about Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Ms. Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder.
True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai.
Oh, old bag.
But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, a witness.
She's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
What?
Huh?
Even Edgeworth is surprised.
The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. I showed the photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow. Old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof then.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle?
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals.
Give
like
the
old bag that she is.
Old bag! That's fine. During run-through of the actions, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad.
Press.
I was going to say that. Let's press.
Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot, okay. You can see. Oh.
Yeah, clear as day. Should we press her on this one too, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you absolutely sure? Let's take a look at that picture again. Looks like he's like too short.
Yeah, it looks like he's too small. But if it
does look like he was dragged.
It does look like he was dragging his foot.
See, and you didn't trust me, whippersnapper. Because it's if it was Will's costume, wouldn't that mean that it fit him perfectly?
Yeah, press. Still, you can't look at this and say it's Mr. Powers.
Edgeworth, stop. Yes, but only Mr. Powers would have been dragging his leg.
Here's a point. It does seem quite likely that it was Powers.
There's got to be more to this. I better keep pressing her.
Okay, I'll press her on some of the other stuff then. Sprained his ankle, we did that one. He broke one of the props. Let's talk about the prop.
Yeah. He broke a prop.
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. Okay.
He broke one of the props. Powers trip and fall. I'm just gonna say everything.
Trip and fall.
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Where was the assistant then?
Yeah. Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue with your testimony.
I think we're out of stuff, huh?
Powers trip. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. I just want to look at the record.
Can we look at the picture?
Yeah.
Does it have the tape on there?
I think that might be the tape.
Okay. Can you go back and look at the picture?
Look at the spear.
Yeah.
That looks like the duct tape on it.
Okay.
So that kind of checks out.
Okay.
I think we've heard enough.
Dang it, Edward. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where is this Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it's clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. No, it's not.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure you're sure? Your Honor?
I want to object.
Okay. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point.
I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
Edworth. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. More testimony?
Is there more?
Yeah, that's what I said. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
That is true, but... Okay, so I'm gonna skip that one.
Yeah, we got
Like,
press.
yeah!
Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody's suspicious looking? Right.
Are you absolutely sure?
What about before you got to the guard station?
Yeah, wait. You mean before 1 o'clock? Well, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. You're old. What do you mean?
Are you sure?
Shut up, Edgeworth! The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny.
Did
You let
we
him
get
have
that-
it, edgy boy.
Did we have evidence of that grate from the edgy boy?
I mean, we looked at it.
Okay.
It sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean.
Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them.
How convenient.
Something for you to look forward to, perhaps.
Just so yeah. Okay, so it doesn't show the whole thing. So like we can't see the grate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, real question though. Couldn't they just get around the gate by going through the trees?
Probably.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
Keep going. Is that it?
That's the last thing.
Okay.
Before then was Will Powers. The only thing that we haven't done was this.
Okay.
Do we press it? Just
Sure.
to press it?
How do you know that?
Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective, and then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything.
I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officers' fondness for donuts.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
Me neither. They had, I would have seen them.
I feel like there's still a way to get to Studio 2 from the thing. Present.
You want to present this?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You can get from Studio 1 to Studio... Oh, I see. From Studio 2 to Studio 1 without going through the gate.
Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
It does. I don't see anything contradictory.
Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Ooh, we lost
What?
points.
Dang it!
We lost points. Okay. I don't know, I guess we just have to move on.
I don't know how to move on.
Do we have, what other evidence do we have?
So we have the autopsy.
Yep,
We have the map.
right.
We have the key card. The picture. And then the spear.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else.
Me neither.
Okay.
Edgeworth, can you just kind of like press again?
Yeah.
We already did this though. I think it'll say the same thing.
Oh, okay. We did do this already, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is the edgy boy again.
Edgy boy. Okay. I don't know. Keep going. Well, yeah, not that. Yeah, we can't.
Well, I mean, could
Well,
we?
yeah, we could press that.
We already did press it. We pressed
Oh,
everything.
okay.
We could present the photo again and be like, it's still not Powers.
No. Go. Press. Oh, yeah. I don't know.
We've pressed everything.
Okay. Then I don't know.
I'm gonna show the photo. Oh, the music stopped.
Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. Photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sir, Sonny.
So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture?
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right, anyway. It's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
Oh! Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny?
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Photo number 2?
Computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Bro. Nice.
Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself.
You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help! Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper, too.
Old Bag is like...
Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Ms. Oldbag?
That's right! I just remembered something.
And then she remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
Sigh. I see. Your testimony, please.
Old
Bag.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
He's so
Well, of
bad.
course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it.
Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Bruh.
Yeah, because she's old.
The other person.
Every day, I have one other important job to do. She explains that, so I don't think I need to press. Go through the photos and check them. Yes.
How many photos are there usually?
On a day when we're open to the public, we get more than 500 people. But on filming days or rehearsal days, well, we don't have much money. We never get more than 50, and that's a big day. Do you back up all of the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes, but those computers are just so frustrating. What's suspicious?
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part.
For the most part. This is a murder trial, Ms. Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, didn't I?
I think she's missing the point.
Yeah, you remember throwing out one photo.
Who was it? Well, who the heck was in the photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy!
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a second, didn't you say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee. We found that! We found it. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain.
I told you they were freaks. Oh,
And?
they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids. So on the photo that you erased?
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What?
Child.
Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, well, we see... Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield a samurai spear.
Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information.
And no forgetting vital information this time.
Miss Oldbag. You old bag.
We're back. Defendant lobby.
Mr. Powers! Yes!
Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio, I was sleeping, honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know?
The samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
Couldn't imagine anybody wanting to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So where does this leave me? Doesn't look good.
Sniff.
You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick! What are we gonna do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably done this.
Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick! It's time!
Okay, let's go. Sigh. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that, Sniff.
Sniff.
Sad Wolverine.
Sad Wolverine noises.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you please present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. But who is this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder?
Well, it's not the boy. I don't think it's him. The assistant is weird.
The assistant?
Is weird.
Or the security guard?
I'd say, wait. I don't know. Should we go security lady?
It's security lady is like in love with the security lady is in love with Jack Hammer.
So maybe the assistant?
I'm gonna say maybe the assistant.
I'm gonna say the assistant.
Okay. It was the assistant. Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai.
So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant?
That's correct, Your Honor. Little boy.
If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging. Oh no.
Yeah, but
remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury? Oh god, we failed. We're at a run?
Yeah.
Oh, and me.
What about the assistant?
She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers. Well, if she walked in the room and took it, she could have seen his ankle.
yeah, that's I think we just failed.
Oh no.
I guess it was the old bag.
Yeah, we're penalized. That's fine. That's fine.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Maybe move on, Mr. Wright. This fight isn't over yet. One more chance.
It's Old Bag then.
It has to be Old Bag.
Because the boy can't do nothing. Oh, the music stopped.
Is that good?
I probably.
It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag.
Who?
Steel Samurai's dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury.
Okay.
Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag!
What? Whippersnapper? Ah.
Order! Is this true, Oldbag?
Old Bag? That's Miss Old Bag to you.
Ms. Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself, in other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. RC! Mm-hmm. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. White. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes the second, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Do we press further?
She might remember something again.
Right.
I'm a press.
Okay.
I'm not giving Granny a break.
The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Ms. Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forgot that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy. The one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though. As you said, second or third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer.
He ain't do nothing. What? How can you be so sure? Or is it because be nice to the kids and mean to your elders' day, whippersnapper?
I have proof.
What? Proof?
Indeed? Then let's see the proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? I think the
Is
spear.
it the spear? Wait,
Yeah.
or is it the key?
Oh, yeah.
It's the key!
Yeah, the key. Scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see! Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Ms. Wendy. What was her name?
Something old bag, Your Honor.
Something old bag, blah blah. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Bro, that was tough.
We messed up twice. Wait a second! I'm not going to sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking! What? Oh great, stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Ms. Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about?
By whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. Oh my god.
Not again. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder.
God.
They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. She just ratted out everybody.
Ms. Old Bag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Who? Who? I want to know. Yes. Some other people at the studios.
Press.
Yes. Who?
Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director.
We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You don't have to go through the gate. You go through the gate and all the way to the left.
The path where the monkey's head was fallen over.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination?
I think I've already asked all my questions, but
Yeah?
continue.
Yeah, let's talk some more. Said they had nothing to do with it, see? How do you know?
Right. Ms. Oldbag, this is a trial for murder.
I know that, silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it, and they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Yeah, probably done.
Okay, let's take a break then.
Your Honor, we have learned that there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers.
Court acknowledges the defense's point.
Prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Ms. Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wow.
Well, it's like painful.
Yeah, kinda.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Oh, really? It's nothing. Or should I say...
Sniff. We'll be going down to the studios to do more investigating. We have to find out more about the director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-exam.
So, Nick, have you figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right, we'll be back to visit you soon.
But thanks, guys. Sniff. Sad Wolverine.
Woo!
To be continued.
Day 1 of trial has ended and Miss Oldbag.
Bro. All right. Well, that was an interesting finale.
Yeah.
To go through there.
Old
You know,
bag.
of day one, old bag is the worst.
It literally.
Clearly the worst that we've ever seen.
She got like paid off, and she still said something.
Yeah. Yeah, she's I don't even have words. Like that was kind of a frustrating case. Like it wasn't entirely clear what we needed. Thankfully, you figured out it was the picture that we had to show.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know.
It's
just not always clear. So it is a little frustrating at times that we lost deductions for things that are like, whoa, whatever. And then you have to guess. You have to guess a person to blame.
Right.
It's like, okay.
Right.
Whatever.
It's a little frustrating. But...
Apparently, the assistant is the red herring. As far as we know. So, all right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
If you did, hit the like button. And consider subscribing to our channel. We will continue with additional episodes until we finish the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy series. So definitely lots more content to come.
Yes.
And then we're also streaming on Twitch.
We stream every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
All right. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Game over.
All right, and be sure to check us out on Twitch. We are streaming 3 nights a week, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time.
We moved to the East Coast, Bruh.
My brain's not working. Okay. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Wait, can we just like do that like part again where you ask me what it is so that I can say it actually?
I can edit the...
Oh, okay, good. Sorry.
All right.